This podcast was created on Messy. Create your own show today at messy.fm.
Welcome back, everyone, to That Christian in Recovery podcast. I'm your host, Vernon L., and this is that podcast where we talk about life's problems, and we also talk about the solution to those problems. But if we don't know the solution, we talk about our role in the problem, because I do believe that everyone is recovering from something. If the drugs don't kill you, the lifestyle will. It's your boy VL right back at it, y'all. Just want to say shout out to all my new clients, to all the people who've been reaching out to me in my coaching business. I really appreciate how God is using this podcast, using my blog, using my experience to help people and also to help provide for my family. So I just want to thank all my listeners for being here with me too. And I just want to talk about the lifestyle, yeah. I just want to talk about the lifestyle. We say in recovery, we say if the drugs don't kill us, the lifestyle will. The lifestyle. What type of lifestyle that you are you living? Went to the doctor a while back. She said, she wanted me to start losing some weight. She didn't say get on a diet. She said, Vern, I want you to change your lifestyle. Your lifestyle. What does that look like to you guys? What does your lifestyle look like? So many times we want and we say that we want things out of life, right? We want a better career. We want to lose weight. We want to get more organized. But we're really not looking at the lifestyle that we are living. We're looking at the things that we want, but we're not looking at the lifestyle. And I'm talking about lifestyle. I'm not really even talking about external things, yeah? See, the lifestyle, it begins in our thinking. Your lifestyle begins with the things that you tell yourself. Your lifestyle begins with your belief system. If don't nothing change, then nothing changes. So the question I must ask you guys to ask yourself, what are you willing to do differently? What are you willing to do differently? The key word to that question is do. Changing lifestyle is an action. It's an action, y'all. It starts in our minds, but it's an action. Recovery is an action. Every time I call somebody and I struggle with something, usually they give me an action to do. When I call my sponsor, I say, well, I want to go to a meeting. He say, well, go to a meeting. An action. A lot of us have a plan. Right? A lot of us, we're real good with planning things. But I have never seen a man change his life just by thinking and have good intentions. I have never seen a man do that. Every man that I deal with, or every person that I deal with, one thing I learned about them, they put in the work. What I mean, they put in the action. That's the stumbling block. It's the action part, because we never really play the whole tape when we plan to do something. We plan it, but we don't plan the whole tape. We don't play the whole tape. We don't play the tape that, what about the times when I don't feel like doing it? What about those times? What about the times that, your knee might hurt? Or what about the times that something else come up? Do you have the ability Do you have the ability that when life shows up, and even though you want to go to the gym, your mind was set to going to the gym at 4 o'clock. You had good intentions, but something came up. Do you have the ability to get back on track? These are the things I'm talking about, y'all. If the drugs don't kill us, the lifestyle will. Don't look down on people who do drugs, yeah? Right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Because remember, drugs is just a symptom. Right? It's just a symptom of a deeper, more spiritual problem. Right? Just because this man over here doing drugs, you might overeat. Oh, watch out there now. Yeah, you might overeat. You might be unmanageable in different areas of your life. You might smoke cigarettes. What about this guy over here? He might don't want to go to work. Everybody in this world is recovering from something. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. If you live in this world, you're recovering from something. The Bible talks about it. We all fall short of his glory. That means we all need God to help us. We all need a higher power to help us. We can't do this thing by ourselves. How many times have you planned to do something different and you could finish the whole project? How many times have that happened? Okay? I don't know. You tell me. How many times have you actually done it? You might have started it. Right? You might have started, but how many times have you stayed committed? Right? Because why? It's a thought process, and it's a locked and loaded. See, one thing about guys who are addicted, right? People who have addiction, we say that we get locked and loaded. What does that mean? What does it mean is that no matter what, my mind is set on drugs. No matter what, my mind is set on gambling. No matter what, my mind is set on shopping. It's locked. But it's in a destructive way. Okay? It's in a destructive way. So regardless of how much harm did I cause my wife, how much harm did I cause my employer, how much harm I cause my children, when I get locked and loaded, all I can think about is Vernon. Now, with that being said, I know I have the ability to get locked and loaded, okay, on things that's healthy for me. Yeah. See, I can get locked and loaded on writing a book that I've been saying I want to write for the last 5 years. I can get locked and loaded on it. So we have to learn how to put things a higher priority. Majority of the things that you're not doing that you say that you want to do, or let me put me in there. I'm part of this too. Majority of the things that we are not doing and we say that we want to do is because it's really not a high priority. It's just that simple. It sounds real good. We have the good intentions. We have real good intentions. Okay? But are we willing to make it a priority? Are we willing to fight through when it's raining? Are we willing to go through it when we know we should be stop eating this dessert? We know for a fact that look, I want to stop eating cake at night. I want to stop eating candy at night. If the drugs don't kill you, the lifestyle will. How many people in recovery put the dope down, man, and find out they have all these health problems? Yeah, because we used to numb ourselves. That's one thing about addiction, man. It keeps us in this illusion. It keeps us away from reality. That's why a lot of people stay busy, because they don't want to look at reality. But when you talk about changing habits, when you talk about changing your lifestyle, you must become conscious. People who do things, got their budget right. They're conscious. They're awakened. The last thing that I expected, man, when I came to recovery was my spirit to be awakened. Right? You are a spirit. God clearly said, he said, look, I'm a spirit. If you're going to worship me, you're going to worship me in spirit and in truth. I made you, Vernon, in my image. So that means, Vernon, you are a spirit. Now, the Bible also talks about saying the spirit is willing, but the flesh isn't, bruh. It's the flesh we have to counter, right? We have to conquer the flesh. We are a spirit with a soul that lives in a body. Okay? I remember my mother passed years ago, man. Me and my brother went to see her. They called us up. We had just, put her in hospice, right? And when I went to see her, as soon as I walked in there, my mother was sitting up. But the first thing that I noticed was that my mother's spirit was out of the body. Okay? That's the first thing that I noticed. Her spirit was gone. But I must tell y'all the whole story. Even though her spirit wasn't inside her body, I can feel her spirit in the room. Again, the Bible clearly talks about if you're going to, so a lot of people that's listening to this is a little bit over your head. Not that I'm all educated. It ain't talking about that. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I'm talking about how the spirit works. So I understand that I'm a spirit. I'm a spirit, right? I'm not this house. I'm not this body. Okay. I'm a spirit that's connected to God. That's connected to the Holy Spirit. That's connected to Jesus. That's the whole purpose of the Holy Spirit, is to get me connected. Why you think so many people have a spiritual void? They try to fill it with what? They try to fill it with food. They try to fill it with drugs. They try to fill it with education. They try to fill it with accomplishment. There is nothing you can do. You can't put nothing inside of you that's going to fill the spiritual void. Only God can fill that. Okay? Only God can feel that. So I have to have this spiritual awakening, right? How do you have a spiritual awakening? I have to have a spiritual awakening. It's no more than letting go. You have to let go. Let go of what, Vernon? Let go of my distorted belief system. Let them go. So I have character defects that protected me. But now as I give, because slowly I'm giving more and more of my life to God. Right? Because he's in control anyway. Let's keep it real. I don't control nothing, man. I don't control this podcast. I don't control nothing. All I do is just get on here and watch this and say what my spirit tells me to say. Okay? So now, if we're going to talk about this lifestyle, because that's what I'm talking about. The drugs don't kill you. The lifestyle will. If the food don't kill you, the lifestyle will. There's a lot of people who are listening to this podcast that want to change their lifestyle, but they don't know how. They don't know how. Wow, my best friend, he tell me this all the time. He said, Vernon, it's hard to look at self. He said, it's hard to look at self, man. People don't want to look at themselves. My brother, right? He told me the other day. He said, oh, I do your inventory, V. That's what he told me, y'all. He said, I tell you everything about you. He said, you just don't ask me about me. See, we haven't been conditioned, man, right? This world, right? It has conformed us in a way that we don't, watch this, y'all, we don't look at ourselves. We can take the other person's inventory. I can take my wife's inventory. I can take my children's inventory. But it takes a lot of courage and faith to look at self. So now you got to ask yourself some questions. If you want to change your lifestyle, you must ask yourself some questions. And one of the questions that you must ask yourself is that, do you really want to change? Right? Do you really want to change? See, I can't judge your desire. I don't know that. Only you have to make that admission. Do you really want to get your finances right? I want y'all to ask yourself right now. Stop it as I'm speaking right now. Think about something that you really wanted to change in your life. Just one thing. See, another mistake a lot of people make, we try to do too much too fast. We be recovering from instant gratification. So we come up with 100 things that we want to do. And then when we don't do it, we go back into despair. Now, just pick one thing that you want to do. You know that one thing you want to do. Think about it. Now ask yourself, do you really want to do it? That's a mighty, healthy, big, loaded question. It's loaded. When you talk about changing your lifestyle, do you know what you're really saying? What you're really saying, you're saying you're going to deny yourself. The Bible talks about denying yourself. The Bible talks about dying to self. The Bible talks about, listen, man, don't feed the flesh. The flesh wants what it wants when it wants it. Okay? Again, we are a spirit. So in order for me to change, okay, in order for me to change, watch this, y'all, I need help. I can't do it by myself. I couldn't stop smoking cigarettes by myself. I didn't stop drinking and using drugs by myself. Now all of a sudden I'm going to the gym. Well, V, you going to the gym? Yeah, what happened? People are helping me. I have accountability partners. My children are helping me. Now, it may look like little Vernon and Josh and DJ and all them people. It may look like them, but it be God working through them. See, God worked through people. So in other words, if you want to change, you have to go to the power who has the ability to help you change. You can't do it by yourself, man. Because soon as it gets tough, you're going to what? You're going to stop. And you're going to default back to what you know. We are a creature of habits, man. We are a creature of habits. We take the easy route. It takes discipline to change your lifestyle. It takes faith to change your lifestyle. It takes the ability to tell on yourself. Yes, you have to tell on yourself. If you want to change and if you want to stop smoking cigarettes or you want to start eating right, you want to change your lifestyle, first thing you must do, y'all, call somebody up that's gonna hold you accountable. They're going to be on your team. They're going to be rooting for you. And when you fall short, you have to pick up the phone and say, yo, man, I ate that big old burger from Five Guys, man, last night. Man, I put all the sauce on it. Tell on yourself. I told you, man, the Bible said if you're going to worship him, right, you're going to worship him in what? In spirit and in truth. You have to be able to tell the truth. Not the truth about your children, not the truth about what's going on in Russia, the truth about you. Tell on yourself. Can you get honest about you? See, we can pick out things that's going on in other people. But when people counter and start talking about us, now we got to justify it. Now we got to rationalize. Oh, man, yeah, I did that because, no, you did it. No, you just done it. Just own up to it. You done it. If the drugs don't kill you, if the food don't kill you, if the gambling don't kill you, if the depression don't kill you, if the overweight don't kill you, right? High blood pressure don't kill you. All that is what? The lifestyle. The lifestyle. We have to change our lifestyle. So take one thing at a time. Just one thing at a time. And you go to God and you say, God, help me. God clearly said, he said, look, man, you don't have it because you haven't asked. That's why I told you, ask yourself, do you really want to change? Because if a person really want to change, watch this, they going to seek help. Right? Not only that they're going to seek help, they're going to do what the help tell them. There's nothing like a person coming to me, man, right? Let me rephrase that. Have you ever had somebody ask you for help, and then when you offer a suggestion, then they try to tell you that wasn't right? I'm talking about they try to tell the help how to help them. I said, bro, you just asked me a question. I told you from my experience, that ain't right. See, what I'm getting at is that a lot of people who say they won't help don't really want to help, because we suffer in our mind from self-deception. We experts in deceiving ourselves. You say you want a job, but you're sitting on the couch all day. I'm talking about what I'm trying to share with y'all. God, he closes that gap from what you say you want to do to that action. There's a gap. When you get a bright idea and say, you know what, I want to start saving my money. There go that thought. Then there's an action that goes with that. There's an action that goes with it. And in between there's a gap. God closes that gap. And how he closes that gap, he puts it on your mind. Okay? He puts it on your mind. So now, first of all, you have to go to God and ask him for help. Then you have to write it down, what you want to do. You have to be able to see it. Okay? So you write it down. I want to lose 10 pounds. Look at it. Look at it. Read it out loud. Read it. Now, as you're going through your day, think about it. In between times that you're doing things, stop. Look at your phone. You done put it in your phone. I want to lose, right? I want to lose 10 pounds. What is this doing, y'all? It's getting it into your subconscious mind. See, a lot of the habits that we have, they're in our subconscious. Our subconscious mind what run everything. It's not what we conscious of. It's just our subconscious mind and our conscious. It just does what the subconscious say. If you keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again, eventually you're going to believe it. You don't need no facts. It don't have to be the truth. You done told yourself that crap for so long. You believe it. It's in your brain. And your brain going to try to make it happen. That's how the brain works. You can do your study on it. That's how it works. So now you have to continue. So in order to change that, you have to continue to tell yourself something differently. And that's what that's doing. You have to see it. That's why you see a lot of people, they put things on their wall, they put it on their mirrors, they get into their subconscious mind. Again, I'm asking, do you really want to change? I can help you. You can call me up. We can do a free consultation. I got other coaches I can recommend. It don't matter. But you're going to have to put in some work. Every client that I work with, I say, bro, eventually you're going to have to do some work. Eventually you're going to have to put something in action. But here's the thing. It's not my job to tell you when. I don't know when. I don't even know when I'm going to change. Everything that I'm changing, it happened on God's time. I had the desire, but it's God the one who flamed, he blew the flame and waved the flame and made it come up and put that fire and that desire into me to push forward and try to change my life. This thing is real, but it can be done. It can be done. Now you turn your life over to God. You turn your desire over to God. You turn your habit that you want to change. You give it to God. Now you have to sit there and you have to talk about it. You have to believe it. Then you have to visualize it, y'all. You must see yourself 10 pounds less. These are facts, man. These are facts. People, I want y'all to catch this now. People who see themselves where they want to be, and today they make the steps to make that happen. I'm talking about a vision. See, now I'm talking about a vision because when you have a vision, you become proactive. You're doing things on purpose. You're taking control of your life. You're taking control of your life. You're saying no. You don't have a problem saying no more because you're locked and loaded. Remember I was talking about that locked and loaded? You're locked and loaded on what you want. You can see it. You say, you know what? I want to lose this 10 pounds. So when your boy come over with that big old burger, like, V, I got you a burger. I'm slick. Oh, man, I already bought it. I know you bought it, but I'm doing something different. And you speak it. Don't be afraid to tell people that you're doing something different. Look, man, I don't smoke cigarettes no more. I ain't doing this no more. I'm talking about you walk boldly in the Lord because you know he's with you and you know he's giving you the power and the strength. Listen, y'all, there is no heaven out there, man. There's no heaven out there that God can't help you get through. Nothing, man. He has the power. You have to lean on him. You have to trust him. And you have to get butt naked honest about what you're doing, what you want to do. He will give you the strength. He will put people in your life. He will give you a supporting system. A lot of time people don't change because they don't go to God. That's really the nuts and bolts of it. They try to do it on their own. And then when they fall and they slip, what happens when they fall and slip? They give up. They give up. Don't know that when you change in your habit, when your habits and when you're changing your lifestyle, that it's a journey. It's not a destination. You want to lose 10 pounds and you pick up a soda and you pick up a burger and now you think you done failed? That don't cause you to be a failure. You're a failure when you stop trying. Get right back up. Recommit. Never give up. Never give up. They tell us in recovery, right? This is what they tell us when we can't stop using dope. They tell us this. They say, bro, keep coming back. I just picked up some more dope, man. Let's go keep coming back. I lost my wife left me. Keep coming back. The kids don't mess with me no more. Keep coming back. Man, I lost my job. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Never give up. That's what we telling y'all. Don't never give up. I don't care how much drugs you're doing. I don't care if you're sitting lonely. I don't care what the neighbors say. I don't care what your parents say. I don't care what your so-called friends say. Never give up on you. Because God haven't given up on you. So if you're connected to God, he'll give you the strength to persevere. You can do it. Get yourself a vision. Get yourself a support group. Get yourself some faith. Stop trying to lean on your own understanding. Lean on God's power. He likes helping us crazy people lose weight. He likes to help us get our money right. God, he loves doing stuff like this. But we don't go to him. Until next time, y'all. My name is Vernell, and I'm out.
I